Shavua Tov Rabbi Yid.
How are you?
Baruch Hashem.
We're up to Yidam Beis in the middle of the page. Or Shimon ben Gamliel.
Rabban Shimon ben Gamliel. Am I looking in the right place? Were we at the two dots? Middle of the page or not yet?
Yeah, 2 dots in the middle of the page.
2 dots. No. Rabban Shimon ben Gamliel, Omer B'Shlosha. Yeah. Okay. Got it.
So let's see. So if we go back to the Mishnah, it says Ibra Chodesh B'Shlosha, Ibra Shana B'Shlosha, Divrei Meir. Shimon Gamliel Omer B'Shlosha Maschilin Uv'Chamishin Nosin V'Nosnin V'Gomrim B'Shiva or Megil Mu'beres. So what does that mean?
That's precisely what
That's what the Gemara is going to tell us, I guess.
Is going to ask, right? Like, what's flying here with Rabbi Shimon's very interesting and convoluted theory?
Right. Got it. I just realized it looks like my shirt says vomit, but it says Baltimore. But it looks like
there isn't too much difference. I'm sorry. I'm joking.
Okay. Okay. It says Ketzad. Amar Shimon Gamliel B'Shloshim Aschilin. They begin judging with 3. Uv'Chamisha Nosin V'Nosnin. They discuss it with 5. They go over B'Shiva and they finalize it with 7. Okay, so how does this work? Echad Omer Leishev. One of the judges says that they have to decide whether or not it's going to be a leap year. Ushnayim Omer Shlo Leishev, and the other 2 say it's not necessary. So Bato Yichod B'Muto. So we go after the rove. But if Shnayim Omer Leishev, but 2 say that we should make it into a leap year. The Echad Omer Shlo Yeshev, the one says we don't. Mosifin Alem Od Shnayim, then we add 2 more people. V'Nosiv, and then the 5 people discuss the matter. Shnayim Omer Tzricha, 2 people say you need it. Ushoshim Omer Ein Tzricha, and 3 say you don't need it. Batu Shnayim V'Yusam, we go after the rove, and we go after the 3 that say you don't need it. Mosifin Aleim Od Shnayim She'ein HaMinyan Pachas Neshiva. So basically it's saying we always add people in as much as they're saying that it is a leap year, but as soon as they say it's not a leap year, then we go after the rove. Is that how you're understanding it?
Well, I mean, I understand the first part, like you have two people, so you might want to say, we have to add 2 people so we at least have 3, right? But I don't understand why it's saying if you have 5 people and 3 say yes and 2 say no, you should add 2 more.
Well, the first one it said, wait a second. It
says she'ein haminyan pachat meshiva.
Interesting. So the first when it's 3, it says 2 people said we don't even need to discuss it. It's definitely not going to be a leap year. And the third one said that we do need to discuss it.
Anytime you have a rove saying forget it, it's fine, right? You're like, okay, so we're done. But for some reason, he has this increasing the number twice until you get to 7, as opposed to, and what happens if when you start with 3 say yes? Like I mean, I don't know. This is just a Tosefta, so we don't exactly have to explain exactly. Like, I'm sure the Gemara is going to ask more and more, but also there's all the Rashis, no?
Yeah, we can look at the who's asking for on the screen. We can do that.
Someone's asking a question. Who's asking a question?
Alston's asking us to put it on the screen, which we can do.
Sure, but there's no scripture yet.
Due to Jacob's monthly donations to Safaria.
Yeah. So we are on 7B and 10B. Ugh. You got it, or?
Yeah, I'm getting it.
Okay. And I guess you could give the paragraph number according. I think the paragraph number according to Safaria is eventually going to make it its way into like people's notations and stuff. I really do. I think so. I mean, it's getting there. It's too useful. Like, what are we? It's 10B dot something. What'd you do?
I had it and then I lost it.
You did. Hashem Yerachem Aleinu. Sanhedrin 10B.
Oh, I did it again. I thought that closes it up.
Yeah. Why are you closing it out? Like,
I thought it would make the screen bigger. Okay, I'm gonna stop doing that. I promise you.
Why would X make the screen bigger?
I thought it would close this top bar.
Oh, yeah, I don't think that's possible.
Okay. Perfect. All right. So let's see Rashi. What does Rashi say? Echad Omer Liyeshev, it's like, compared to the lines of the Gemara, it's like 10 lines from the bottom, basically.
Yeah.
Echad Omer Liyeshev. Echad Min HaShlosha Omer Tzarech Liyeshev. We need to sit down. V'la'ayin and tzricha la'aver shana. We need to figure out if we need to actually make a leap year. Zub ibnei ha'aviv o atkufos operas ilan kalekaman. This is because of the spring, or the seasons, or the fruit of the trees.
Like,
isn't it just because of the seasons? Like, we don't want spring to become winter and winter become spring. That's basically
HaChodesh hazeh yeh lachem rosh chodashim, right? So this is the one Masechta of the Talmud that I ever learned was Rosh Hashanah.
Yeah,
and it was always amazing to me why the Rabbanan are like always keep on talking about this one mitzvah, right? HaChodesh hazeh yeh lachem rosh l'chodashim, right?
Yeah.
Well, the funny thing is, like now with my discussions with the Christians and the Muslims, I totally understand. Like one of the shvuos, you know, the 3 oaths. There's another version that's 5 oaths, and one of the oaths is that you will not reveal the secret to the Gentiles. What's the secret?
Wait, what 5 oaths? What are you talking about? Where is it? What are you talking about?
Oh, you know about the 3 oaths in Ketubot?
No.
It's a whole big thing. Anyway, but one of the Gemara says one of the oaths that Jews have been sworn to, right? That like all Klal Yisrael was sworn to was to not reveal the secret. And what is that secret? Sod ha'ibur, why you intercalate months.
Okay.
Right? So like, and Rashi on Genesis 1, he says, where should the Torah have started? It should have started. Right. The amount of emphasis they put on this is absolutely insane. but it's absolutely sane as well. I have to say that. Anyway,
Wait, why? Is that what you're about to explain? Why it's so important?
Because when it comes down to it, the way you know that Klal Israel, much more so than the Muslims and the Christians, are a continuation of the Masorah of Moses, is the calendar. You can see it from the calendar. You really can. That's how you know who the Rabbanan are, what Israel is, right? The Quran has a specific commandment that says you shall not be ma'aber hashana. Like it's an actual commandment in the Quran. The Quran is not a very long book.
Right, but if I would play devil's advocate with you, doesn't every religion have a liturgical calendar?
Of course it does. But look at the difference, right? If you're claiming that all the way from Moshe Rabbeinu, right, the revelation of the Torah was either, according to the Muslims say Moses was a Muslim, and the Christians, in a very real way, say Moses was a Christian. But when you look at their calendars, the Muslim calendar is an absolute joke. It's like hilariously bad.
In what sense?
It's a completely lunar calendar, right?
Okay.
So it doesn't it loses a month every.
Oh, so that actually happens. So it shifts. So holidays sometimes are in spring.
Ramadan goes around the year.
Wow, I know that. Fascinating.
Yeah. It goes around the year, like the entire thing. It's so bad that in Iran that officially uses a Muslim calendar. So there's two Muslim calendars. There's the Hijri and there's the Shamsi, right? So there's the so the Hijri calendar, which is the calendar that counts from Muhammad's Hajj from Medina to Mecca, I believe it is, or maybe it was Mecca to Medina, I forgot, right? There's a lunar version and there's a solar version, and even the ones who use the solar version, which is the entire country of Iran, when it comes to when Ramadan is, they have to switch. It is the most crazy insane thing. And the Christians were used to the Julian calendar. Is it the Julian calendar?
Yeah, Christians, for example, they have Easter the same time every year, as an example, right? It's not
some of them, not all of them. That's the funny part.
Okay.
And like this question of when is Easter, right, is one of the big questions. The Council of Nicaea spent most of its time talking about when is Easter. Like more than anything, talking about the Trinity. They were talking about when is Easter. So like the fact that the rabbis, they refused, and especially during the time of the Gemara, they refused to tell the Christians why and how we make our calendar. If they had allowed the Christians to know, then the Christians could have would possibly still have the same calendar as we do, right? And it wouldn't be so clear, because like when I talk to a real genuine Christian and he wants to know, like somebody who's actually studied in Christianity, and he wants to know like who has the Masorah from Moshe Rabbeinu, and he wants, like he says, I see Jesus says, if you know Moses, you know me, da 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 da. If you don't know Moses, so he really wants to know. I ask him, how do you decide when Easter is?
Yeah.
Like, this is your most important holiday, right? How do you decide when to support, when to have Easter? And this is one of the reasons the Puritans decided not to. They didn't have any holidays, including some of them wouldn't even celebrate Easter.
Right.
Right. So it's it's been absolutely mind-boggling to me, because when I was in yeshiva and I was like learning, it's like constantly hachodesh hazeh hasod ha'ibur, right?
Right.
It was like, what is going on here? But ultimately, sod ha'ibur is hachodesh hazeh yer lachem rosh chodashim, and Pesach has to be chodesh ha'aviv, right? So Passover has to be, and it's one of the things, like, we're tied to the land. This is like wanting to live in Eretz Yisrael. It is part of, we actually care what season it is. It's not theoretical, right? And if you think about it Kabbalistically, right? Malchus kol olamim, right? What is Malchus? Hashem Melech, Hashem Malach, Hashem Yimlach La'olam Va'ed, right? Time and Malchus is Al Haaretz.
Right.
V'day l'meven.
Fascinating. Interesting.
You know how to get my blood going in the mornings. It's not in the morning, but I took a nap, and for some reason, you wake up from a nap sometimes more tired than when you took a nap.
No, but also you were sleeping, so you were dreaming, and you're in the alamas, so you're just it's just straight.
My soul is still thinking about, like, it's still in Rakia Sheni or something. Exactly.
Fascinating. Okay. So Rashi continues and says, you did remind me of one other thing, though, before I continue, Rashi, which is that, so how did Hillel work out I don't even understand that now. Now that you made a big deal out of it, now you're making me think. How did Hillel work out all future? Isn't that what we do? Isn't our current calendar based on Hillel?
Yeah.
Kind of. But what did that? Was that like a document he wrote up for the next few thousand years? How did that happen?
Well, first of all, I have to say, part of the fact that in yeshiva they don't actually discuss all of this stuff, right, is because we do believe that Sod HaIbur is Sod HaIbur. Right? And it's one of those things that are left to the Kabbalists.
Okay, but how do we know 2027, the Hebrew year, whatever, the 5,000, whatever, how do we know the calendar? Like, where did that come from?
So apparently, and this is as much as we know without any actual Rav, there isn't how much you can reveal of this is already this is like the biggest secret in Judaism. It really is.
I could look up right now the Hebrew calendar for the year 2100. It's set.
Yeah, and even beyond that, have you noticed, everybody keeps on talking about when's Shabbos over, Rabbeinu Tam, Goanim, what Sofsman Tefillah in the morning, right? It's like, okay, so you have the Grad and the Magen Avram, and you have the Rav, which is actually, so this is the funniest part to me, is the when Misnagdim talk about the Rav, and they don't know that they're talking about the Alter Rebbe of Chabad. Happens all the time, especially when they talk about Shulchan Aruch HaRav, right?
Interesting.
But one of the calculations of when is the morning, all of these calculations, have you noticed there's never a shiur on it? Nobody's like, hey, why don't I sit down and give you a shiur about when Shabbos starts and when Shabbos is over? Right? And it's like, this is the most basic halacha. Why don't we ever have a shiur? Part of it is not everybody knows math. Unfortunately, not every Rebbe in yeshiva knows math.
Right, and you could go to the base Gemaras about all the different machlokesim, but to then get into actually, so why is Shabbos today starting at 6:43? To get to that level would be really interesting.
So I had the bright idea so I used to teach math and English in Chassidish Cheder, right? Okay. And I had the bright idea. Okay, so if I'm really going to get the students to actually believe that this is a necessary part of their limudei Kodesh, right? That they don't just write me off. Why aren't all the math problems? This is how you figure out when Sof Zman Tefillah is, when Kriyas Shema is, when Tzeis Kochavim is, right? You could do a whole math book that's just that.
Right.
What's the problem? You're getting into Sod HaIber. You're mamish teaching them mamish Kabbalah apparently.
Interesting.
Which is shocking.
We need Yosef on this stream immediately.
Oh, but from what otherwise, I mean, if you look into it, there's a 19-year cycle, and in that 19-year cycle, 7 of them are Meuberet, right? So
right, but it's not so simple. Like what was it recently? Like my birthday. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's not relevant. I was gonna say my English birthday fell out on Tainus Esther this year, and it was the first time that happened since 1940.
First time since 1940 that it.
Now my English birthday fell out on Tainus Esther, but I don't know if that's a good combination because now I'm mixing the English calendar in it.
No, the English calendar. So every 19 years, your English birthday should be on the same date as your Hebrew birthday.
Born as your right. And your Hebrew birthday, yes.
Yeah. So on your 19th birthday, and your 38th birthday, your English birthday and your whatchamacallit should align, I believe. But again, I mean, this is literally Sod HaIber. But yeah, I would love to hear what Yosef has to say. But this is literally Sod HaIber. And it's one of the things that, like I said, in the Shavuot, right? This is the great secret of Judaism.
There's a Gemara that says, I think it's a Gemara that says, Hillel basically sorted out the but nobody knows what in the world that means, right? Nobody knows, like the
Rabbanan do.
Interesting.
The Rabbanan do. This is Sod HaIber. This is like the great secret in Judaism.
Interesting. Seriously, interesting. Okay.
Which is shocking, right? Like tell all the anti-Semites what's the great secret in Judaism, right? Calculating when Pesach is. That's the great secret in Judaism.
Interesting. Okay, I think we unlocked a big major topic that we have to have a separate stream about. It's very interesting.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
Now we have people asking questions.
Let's see.
Noah Flurman.
This is my younger brother.
Your younger brother. Oh, wow. What?
The creator Mazana gives classes on how to make his on an airplane. I imagine he could be insightful about this topic in general.
Okay.
There you go.
So your younger brother can teach us Sod HaIber.
Yes, indeed. Hi Noah, it's good to see you here.
How old is Noah?
He is about. Hold on, he's turning 26 in the year. He's 25.
26? Wow, and he's not married yet.
No, he's single. I tried to tell him.
Of course, he's single. A married man on a Sunday, like coming and listening to this shtus.
No, this is everything. This is everything. Noah's in pre-med in Israel right now. He made Aliyah.
Pre-med and made Aliyah. Wow.
Yeah.
He's not a Zionist, is he?
He's not a Zionist.
Oh, Baruch Hashem. Baruch Hashem.
He loves Israel, though.
I love Israel.
Okay. I don't think he's a Zionist. He might be a Zionist. I'm a Zionist.
You can't love Israel and be a Zionist. The two are mutually exclusive.
Got it. His only downside is he does look like me. That's his biggest flaw. He does look a lot like me.
Really? That would be interesting. That would be interesting. One of these days, I'm going to have to make my way to the holy city of Baltimore.
Perfect. No, I will not do that. I can tell you that.
He says, I am a real Zionist. Good, Noah. Be a real Zionist. Just as long as you're not a fake Zionist. And just as long as you say Tachanun on Yom HaAtzamas.
Oh, my God. Okay. Let's see what we got here.
Did you see that video that Chezi posted?
No.
Oh, okay. This is not Bittul Torah. This is not Bittul Torah. I'm telling you, it is not Bittul Torah. I have to pull this up now. Let me see if I can find it quickly. Where's that thing that Chazi posted? Oh, it's so funny. You're gonna love this. It's hilarious. Where is this? Where is this? Ah, there it is. Got it. I'm telling you, this is not. Let me pull it up and take that down and put this up.
Let's see.
Okay.
Rabotai, today on Yom Ha'atzmaut, we have a very special opportunity to give Shevach Hoda'ah.
Rabbi Isai, today I have been informed that is evidently Yom HaAtzmaut.
For the Nisim Glui.
People say it was a Nes Goloi that the United Nations voted to give us Eretz Yisrael. You know what would be a Nes? If I could walk down the streets of Tel Aviv without having to close my eyes because of all the preachers, that would be a Nes. Then I'll say Hallel with a bracha.
In 1948, a union of anti-Semitic states called the United Nations voted on having a state of Israel for the Jewish people.
So even though the Gemara and all the Tanam and Amoraim and the Rishonim and Achronim, all the Chachamei HaMesayra said that today is Sfira and you can't dance and you should say Ta'acharon, David Ben Gurion, Yemach Shemo, knows better than all of them.
And David Ben Gurion, Zecher Tzadik Livracha.
You follow David Ben Gurion, I follow Hashem.
They say Zionism didn't exist before Herzl. Really? Avram was a Zionist. Yitzchak was a Zionist. Yaakov was a Zionist.
People ask me all the time. People ask me, Rebbe, how come you're not a Zionist? How come you're not a Zionist? I'm not a Zionist. I'm not a Zionist. Every day when I bench, I say, Uvinei Yerushalayim Yircho B'Racham Im Toshuv. But because I don't have a picture of a Koifer, Herzl on the wall, I'm not a Zionist.
Me? I teach Torah here for those of us who haven't yet made Aliyah. Even Rav Soloveitchik didn't make Aliyah.
I don't understand. All these minor Orthodox shuls I walk into, talking throughout davening, Baruch Hu, Kedusha, Shemon Esrei, talk, laning. They talk through the whole laning. All of a sudden, we get up to Misha Berach from the Medina. Everyone shuts up. Everyone's silent. Halevai, David Ben Gurion should have written the Torah. You'd all be quiet during laning.
I've not yet been Zocha to move to Eretz Yisrael.
They say, but Rebbe, you can't keep all the mitzvahs Hatuli Ba'aretz unless you live in Eretz Yisrael. Let me ask you something. You think the people swimming in Eilat and Shabbos, Halavai, they should be worried about more mitzvahs?
Do you know how many people went to Mosheva for camp because of me? I have 18 Tilboshets at home.
Listen, you want to say Hallel on Yom Yerushalayim? I understand. You got back the Kaisel, the Makam Tfilas. Do we have to have another Chalamayit in the middle of Sirah just because we got back the Kaisel? I don't think so. Not necessarily.
This April 21st.
That is amazing. That is actually hysterical.
And it is complete, like, it's so true. Like, they didn't even exaggerate.
That's actually hysterical. Oh my God.
Halavai, David Ben Gurion should have written the Torah. They would be quiet during laning. When he said that, I just died.
That is way too good. How did I miss it? That is way too good. What have I been doing with my life? That is hysterical. Oh my God.
See, I told you it's not Bittul Torah.
Definitely not. I'm definitely now going to understand the Gemara better, for sure.
Much better.
Oh my God. So Rashi says, "Yishnaim omrim eino tzarich la'ashiv." You don't need to consult to do an ibriyar. She'ein kan savi tevada inter laber. We already know you don't need a leap year. Batal yachid b'muto v'lo yashar hachamisha od la'ayin b'davar. So in that situation, you don't bother even consult with 5. If someone nixed it, you don't even bother consulting with 5.
Yeah.
Shnaim, but Rashi doesn't say why that is, but okay.
What do you mean? They already decided it's not necessary. Like that's not even a question by me.
Why if 2 say you need it and 1 say you don't, then we say okay, now let's add another 2 people.
Yeah, that's my question, right?
Right, so
But
it doesn't address that yet.
batal b'miuto, like that makes sense
Yeah.
to me.
Shnaim yeshiv v'echad shlo yeshiv holchen alcher hashnayim v'yoshvin Lisa v'litenim tzricha la'aber im lav umasu matan she'eva tzar chamisha leviach masiv oshtayim u'lekaman mefarish shlosha v'chamisha v'shiva keneged mi.
Okay, so lakam and mafar.
Got it. So it's 2 levels. It's whether or not we should sit, and then after you decide to sit, if you have a rove, then you add more people to.
Yeah, apparently, like he has this 5, 7, 6. I am guessing that like the Ben Ish Chai goes to town on this, right?
So
I would guess so. Isn't this the next Ben Ish Chai we're having?
I don't remember. Well, let's finish the Gemara first.
Okay.
Okay, let's go back to the Gemara. Hani shlosha chamisha v'shiva keneged mi. Okay, now we're gonna say what's the story with the 3, 5, and 7? Like, where does this come from?
All right.
So pliga bar Yitzchak bar Nachmani v'chad di'imei. Yitzchak bar Nachmani v'chad di'imei. I never heard that. Chad di'imei. And someone who, our scroll says someone who argued with him. Umanu, who was with him? Rav Shimon ben Pazi. Amrlei, Rav Shimon ben Pazi v'chad di'imei. Some say it was Rav Shimon ben Pazi and someone was arguing with him. Umanu, Rav Yitzchak bar Nachmani. Okay, so what's the machlokas? Chad Amar Keneged Birchas Kohanim. So the number of Sukkim and Birchas Kohanim. Chad Amar Shlosha Keneged Shomer Hasaf. To the gatekeepers of the Beis Hamikdash. Okay, and Chamisha Meroe Pnei HaMelech. And the 5 is correspond to the king's ministers that saw the king's face regularly. What is that referring to? Referring to a verse in Kings. And Shiva Roy Pnei HaMelech. And the 7 correspond to the 7 people that saw the king.
So I mean, I
This
guess.
goes on, by the way,
I mean,
so-
Birkas Kohanim. That's actually interesting, right? Because Birkas Kohanim is 3, 5, 7, right? So that's actually interesting.
Why is Birkas Kohanim 3, 5, 7? What does it mean?
Yevarechecha Hashem v'yishmerecha Ya'er Hashem panav elecha v'chuneka Hisa Hashem panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom.
Why is it 3, 5? You're saying those are
Yevarechecha Hashem v'yishmerecha Ya'er Hashem panav elecha v'chuneka.
That's what it's saying. Okay, that would have been a way better shot. Why doesn't it say that?
It just said that.
No, it's saying just for
Birkas Kohanim.
for the 3, I think.
No.
Oh, it's saying for all of them. Okay, got
Yeah.
it. Oh, okay, got it.
Birkas Kohanim. Yeah.
Hey, Vishlish Zayin Tables. Okay, I see that. Got it.
But the second one, I guess it's from what in Pasuk 2 Malachim 25:18.
19. Let's see. Let's find it here. You know I have all of Tanakh on my fingertips, right?
You do, thanks to my my generous donations.
25:19. Oh, it's in Kings 2.
Yes. 2 Kings. Malachim Beis.
Bet. Here we go. Let's see what we got. The famous pasuk. Ir lakach saras echad asher pakad al anshe milchama v'chamisha anashim miro pnei hamelech. Asher nimsu b'ir. And then there's another verse. Let's look at this one. There's another verse. Come on. How do I find Esther? There she is. What? I thought it said something about the Rei Pnei Hamelech. It says it somewhere here. Something about Roy. I remember that in the Megillah. Roy Pnei Hamelech.
In Esther, part of a love, Shivat Sarei Paras Umadai Ro'e Pnei Hamelech.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, there's 7. Oh, that's right. That's what we're looking for. So there's 7 here and 5 here. The Roy Pnei Hamelech. But I think this lends to your point about like it being a sod, in the sense that it's like Roy Pnei Hamelech. It's very, not to mention also Brichas Kohanim is also, I think.
Yeah, like it always astonished me, like why are like the rabbis like, it's like the most important thing. I'm like, well, how is this the most important thing? Like, just the fact Rashi begins his commentary on the entire Torah. It should have begun with HaChodesh Hazeh Yelachem. Like, can you imagine if the Torah started HaChodesh Hazeh Yelachem?
That would be nuts.
It would be like, can you imagine every darsha every year on Simchas Torah is like about HaChodesh Hazeh Yelachem. Right?
Yeah.
Like this is the first thing. Instead of everybody talking about in the beginning Genesis, in the beginning of Genesis, in the beginning of Genesis, everyone would be talking about calculating the months.
I feel like the on-ramp would be difficult to get into the Jewish game if it was the Chodesh Zelchem was the first pasuk. I think from a PR perspective, it was great to start with Bereshis. Everyone loves Bereshis.
I'm telling you, the fact that this is Sod HaMelech, I mean Sod HaSodot, right?
Yeah.
Like this is the great Sod of Yiddishkeit by itself. Like every time I end up arguing the calendar with a Christian, it was hilarious to me. And then what happens during this whole craziness between Iran and the United States?
Yeah.
Ayatollah Sistani, who you've never heard of, came out with a letter that everybody was arguing, is it fake or is it real? Right? Okay. And so in order to try to figure out, is this a fake letter or a real letter from Ayatollah Sistani? What is it? What isn't it? Everybody's looking at the date, right? And the date is in the Muslim calendar, but Ayatollah Sistani is in Iraq, and they use, along with everyone else, they use the Hijri, They use the solar Hijri, right? I mean, a lunar Hijri, and in Iran, there's the solar Hijri, right? So, like, what year it is, because there's 30 years difference between them.
Right.
Like, what year is this? There's 30 years difference between the two Muslim calendars.
Wow.
And so everybody's like, some people are like, no, this couldn't possibly be because it's the wrong year, because this was 30 years ago. And other people's like, no, this is the correct year because he's using the right. And it was just so hilarious to me that I'm sitting here in order to like understand the current news, right? In one of my Iran updates, we're talking about like the lunar and solar Muslim calendars.
Right. Wow. Fascinating. So now we have one small piece left, and then we'll check if the Ben Yehuda has anything. Tani Rav Yossi, Hani Shlosha Chamisha Shiva. This is a brisa. Shlosha Kanek Shomer Asaf, Chamisha Mera Pnei Melech, Shiva Roi Pnei Melech. So, Amrle Abai Rav Yosef, Rabbi sister Rav Yosef, Ada Inna, my time lo parish lan marhachi. Why did you wait to tell me this? I guess he's expected this to be. I guess Abai expected this to be told to him sooner. Amrlahu, lo havi did tzrichu. I didn't know that you needed to know this. Mi basi manai milsa v'lo amrilacha. What in the world? That's how the Gemara ends. Like, did I never? Mi basi minay milsa v'lo amrilacha. Have I ever told you? Have I ever not? Once you ask me, I always tell you. Like, have I ever not disclosed information after you asked me? Like, he's saying, why are you upset at me? Like, you obviously never asked me about it. Okay, there must be a Ben Yehuda on this because this is getting off the rails. Okay, let's see. Ben Yehuda. That's stupid. I want to get it on Sanhedrin.
Ben Yehuda on Sanhedrin.
I'm so excited for Yom Kippur. I'm not even thinking straight.
Just do Ben Yehuda on Sanhedrin, which is it's crazy.
This is why I have to cancel my monthly donation.
Honestly, no, on Sanhedrin, dude.
It didn't work.
On Sanhedrin.
Oh,
no.
It came up. Look, came up right here.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, thank God. God
10.
bless. You want the honors?
Sure, why not? I'll pretend to be Jewish. Chad Omer, can I get Birkat Kohanim? Hakashe Meharasha?
Hiksha Marsha.
Oh, Hiksha Marsha. My brain is mush. Ma tam yesh b'birkat kohanim la'inyan zeh. What's the kasher? What's the why is this thing? Where'd you go?
I'm here.
I'm not. I don't see Ben Yehuda anymore. Okay. Zeh. V'nir li b'siyat shmai. The shlosha psukim shel birkat kohanim matchilin ba'ot yod. Tam. כי יוד במלואה מספרה 20 ואותיות 20. יוד, so it ends up being 20.
Yud Vav Daled is 20. Yud.
Yeah.
Right.
But 20 ואותיות 20. What's מספר כתר? And so 20 comes out to 620, which is Keter. Okay. Interesting. Okay. V'nimtza shlosha yudin, the psuk birkat kohanim, romzin l'shlosha ketarim, shehem keter Torah, keter kahuna, v'keter malchut. Shekulan hen inyan srara. Okay. Ve'od nira li b'siyata d'shmaya the amru Rabbeinu Zal or shchina shora al yidei kohanim b'sha'at birkat shemevachachin et Yisrael b'shlosha pasukim shel birkat kohanim v'lachen tzarich l'chasot yideihem b'talit lekavod or hashchina. And you know why that became that became the Star Trek live long and prosper thing, right?
Really? That's the source? No, come on. You think
Leonard Nimoy is Jewish.
Yeah.
Right? And so he, as a kid, his father took him to shul, and like my father told him the exact same thing that my father did. His father told him, don't look, because if you look, you'll go blind. Because the Shekhinah, right? So of course he looked and he saw that they're holding their hands like this.
Right.
So when he decided, like, he was going to say live long and prosper, he decided to do his hands
That's
like the Birkas Kohanim. Yeah, he's told the story. Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So live long and prosper, right? Because v'kevan the or hashchina shor al yedehem as Hashem yitbarach maskim lebirchata v'yedua ma she'amru Rabbeinu Zal b'midrash al eight ibor hashana the echad shehiskimu hanasi v'hamezumanim le'aber the acher, sorry, the after that they make it up. Hashana achar nasu v'notnu b'dvar beinehem az yizrach or beit hamidrash lahorot shakadosh baruch hu maskim imahem b'dvar zeh. Right. So just like in Birkas Kohanim, there's the light of the Shekhinah which tells you that Hakadosh Baruch Hu agrees. Similarly, be here.
Right. So just like Hashem agrees to the brachas of the Kohanim, here too, once there's a psak on the Ibor Hashana, God agrees to it.
Yeah. Yeah. Ubazeh pirashti b'siyata d'shmaya remez hakatuv v'tigzar omer v'yakom lach v'al drachecha nega or from Eov. Okay, but Tigzar Omer v'yakom lach al drachecha nega or. It's talking about the greatness of Hakadosh Baruch Hu, I guess, if I remember correctly. Kloma Tigzar Omer lamata la'aber hashana. So this gezerah, this thing, is the calculation of the year. V'yakom lach lamala shehiskim Hakadosh Baruch Hu imcha b'dvar zeh v'hamofet v'hochacha al zeh hi al drachecha negaor, that there will be light in your ways. She yizrach or shechina bebeit hamikdash shehu drachecha. Okay. Oh, hakahuna al olam hazeh shenimshal al derech v'nikret darchecha. Hakauna, or the priesthood on the world, which is like a path. Nikrat darchecha kimi zricha haor b'choshech sham nikar shehuskum lamala b'ma shegazru omer be'ibor hashana lamata. So the way of the world, like, okay, I think I kind of understand. ונמצא לפי זה את שיושבן לעבר השנה וברכת כהנים דמיין להדדי כי בברכת כהנים אור השכינה שורה על ידיהם שבזה נראה שהשם יתברך מסכים בברכתם וכן בעיבור השנה זורח אור במקום הוועד שלהם שבזה מוכח ונראה שהשם יתברך מסכים על דבריהם. I was expecting longer. That's already 11a.
Wait, is this going to be the... Oh, he skips the piece about... What? He skips the piece about Rabbi and
yeah, he doesn't even bother with the what you want. I mean, I get... Now you want to look at the Marsha?
I'm going to go to Sanhedrin. I'm going to look at... How could there not be a piece on that? That's like the craziest story.
It is, but maybe it's because the Marsha already deals with it at length. Maybe.
Let's see. So let's go to... It's on the end of 10b. I go here and then I just highlight the end of the page. And I'll be able to see what's up.
Go to the commentaries.
Rashi, Tosfos, nothing. Steinsaltz. Oh man, we're at the bottom of the barrel already.
Hold on, no. Just go to the Marsha. Where's the Marsh?
Doesn't even mention Marsha here.
You know what? Do just search Marsha on Sanhedrin.
It would have popped up, I think. But let's see. Marsha. Marshall.
Marshall. There's no Marsha in Sanhedrin.
There may not be.
Doesn't make any sense.
No, it has to be. Because the Ben Ish Chai quotes.
Ben Ish Chai says he asks, although he might ask somewhere else.
Maybe it's spelled differently. Marsha. No, it's Maharsha.
Let me see. Chidushei Agadot on Talmud and Seder Mezikin. There it is. Oh, it's called Chidushei Agadot on here. I found it. I'll pull it up.
You win.
So on 10b, okay. Hani shlosha hani shiva keneged mi.
Let's scroll down. See if he has something on the next piece. Let's see.
What do you mean the next piece?
On the piece about review, the thing about Rav Yosef. No, he doesn't have a piece on it. Rav Yosef and Abai. That's what I want to see.
Oh, you mean that at the very end, like what they're asking him? What did I tell you? What didn't you say?
I don't see anything. Wild. What a wild story to not wonder what the heck is going on.
Hold on. What do you mean you don't see anything? I mean, he is talking about it.
No, about after Rav Yosef says his shot, Abai is like to him, why didn't you tell me this until now? And Rav Yosef is like, what do you mean? I would have told you this if you would have asked. Like, why do you? And then the Gemara just ends. It's just like a dead end. The Gemara just completely ends. It's so bizarre. Like, what's this conversation? Like, what's the meaning behind it? It's fascinating to me.
I'm wondering if he mentions a derech agav while he's talking about the other things. The Shloma Hakatan. Yeah, I'm having trouble even understanding what he's saying. What was that?
The computer is weird. We have to help us. Okay, we have to do that. Should we stop here?
We can, sure.
And we'll continue to 11a next week. As Olson said, time flies when you're reading scripture. Amen.
We weren't reading so much scripture, but yes.
That dog is really cute.
What dog is really cute?
Olson's dog. Look at Olson's dog. It's adorable.
I'm like, you can't see my dog. How could you be saying a dog is cute if you're not
Lucky,
looking at
Lucky doesn't know that dog. Everyone knows about Lucky.
Okay. Thank you. We learned almost a little bit, but it was good. Bye, people.
Peace.